Good morning, Cindy.
Morning, Alejandro.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Just fine.
Good. I don't know if we'll need you or not, but I think it's mainly tax suits today.
Sorry?
That I don't know if we'll need you or not because it's mainly tax suits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do we have any criminal?
not today. It's all civil.
Oh, civil. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
So I'll be
He'll be on standby.
Good morning, everyone. I apologize for being late. I had personal matter to take care of early this morning. But let me call the 357 District Court docket set for this morning, Thursday, May the 19th, 2022. Starting with 2822 DCL 276, Mary Esther Martinez, Pablo Ivan Martinez, Mr. Canales.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. What's going on? So are we ready? Do you have your client, Mr. Canales?
He's right here next to me, Judge.
Remember my preference, Mr. Canales. I mean, you're a good-looking guy. You're looking better every year, every day, every moment. But I sure would like to see her instead of you, and
Yes,
hear
Your Honor.
you,
Yes.
you instead of her.
Yes, and we need. She's gonna need an interpreter, Judge, before we advance. That's Alejandro
You
there.
don't need an interpreter
Interpreter.
right here. Thank you. All right, Mr. Canales, I can hear your questions, and I can say, raise your right hand, ma'am.
Levanta tu mano derecha, por favor.
Do you solemnly swear from the testimony given be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
¿Usted jura que de acuerdo a al testimonio que va a llevar a cabo ahorita en este momento va a ser la verdad y solamente la verdad? ¿Lo jura usted por Dios?
Sí, lo juro.
Yes, I do swear.
All right, let's go, Mr. Canales.
Judge, first of all, Judge, I would ask the court to take judicial notice of all documents on file.
Su señoría, en primer lugar, me gustaría que pudiera tomar conocimiento judicial de todos los documentos dentro del expediente.
Yeah, the court will-
Así lo va a hacer este juzgado.
Specifically, the regular service was attempted.
También, sobre todo, de que sí se llevó a cabo la notificación, o sea, se intentó llevar a cabo la notificación.
And after being unable to find Mr. Pablo Ivan Martinez, Judge, what we did a citation by publication.
Después de no haber podido localizar al señor Pablo Iván Martínez, entonces lo que llevamos a cabo fue una publicación por edictos.
That was done done properly, and there was an L item appointed by
Se llevó-
Mr. Joe Arreola.
Se llevó a cabo en forma en regla y se llevó a cabo de forma debida. Se asignó a un representante legal del señor, al señor Arriola,
To verify as to whether or not citation by publication was proper and if it was proper.
para verificar si la notificación por publicaciones por edictos se había llevado a cabo de forma propia, y sí, así dijo que sí lo había hecho.
May I proceed, Judge?
Yes.
¿Puedo proseguir? Sí.
Is your name Maria Esther Martinez?
¿Su nombre es María Esther Martínez?
Sí.
Yes.
And are you married to Pablo Ivan Martinez?
¿Está casada usted con Pablo Iván Martínez? Yes.
Were you a domiciliary of the state of Texas for the preceding 6 months and a resident of this county for the preceding 90 days prior to the final petition for divorce?
Antes de llevar a cabo la presentación de esta demanda de divorcio, ¿había estado usted viviendo en el estado de Texas por 6 meses y en el condado de Cameron por 90 días, señora? Yes.
Were you married? I'm sorry. Were you married on or about September 22 of 2003? And did you all stop living together on or about September of 2019?
Se casaron ustedes aproximadamente en septiembre 23 del 2003 y dejaron de vivir juntos como marido y mujer aproximadamente en septiembre del 2019?
Sí.
Yes.
And so the court can get a better understanding of the citation by publication. You basically been separated for 3 years.
Ahora bien, para que lo entienda mejor este juzgado y por qué fue que se llevó a cabo la notificación por publicación en edictos, es de que ustedes ya han estado separados por 3 años, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
Approximately.
Aproximadamente.
And it's you're asking for the grounds for divorce that he left you with the intention of abandoning you and he's remained away for at least 1 year.
Y también lo que está diciendo usted y como base de este divorcio es de que la dejó a usted con la intención de abandonarla y esto sucedió aproximadamente 1 año.
Also, your marriage should become insupportable because
What
of
was the
this
answer?
court.
I didn't hear an answer.
No escuché la respuesta. ¿Cuál fue la respuesta?
Sí,
Yes.
Also, in the alternative, your marriage has become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities between you and him that destroys the legitimate ends of the marriage relationship and prevents a reasonable expectation of reconciliation.
Y como alternativa también, este matrimonio ha llegado a tal grado de insoportabilidad por conflicto de caracteres entre las partes que destruye la misma legitimidad del mismo matrimonio y previene cualquier tipo de reconciliación a futuro, ¿correcto?
correcto, sí.
Correct, yes.
There's 2 children born out of this marriage, Paula Yvonne Martinez, born 2005,
Hubo 2 producto de este matrimonio, Paola Martínez, nacida en
August of 2005,
agosto del 2005,
and Pablo Ivan Martinez, born May 2007.
y Pablo Iván Martínez, nacido en mayo del 2007.
Because you're asking for disproportionate amount of property because it was his at fault in the divorce.
Por lo mismo, que está solicitando usted una división desproporcionada en este divorcio, es por lo mismo de que él tiene la culpa del mismo, ¿correcto? Correct.
You're asking for joint managing conservator.
Está solicitando usted que la custodia sea, que la tutela sea el 50%, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
And you're asking for you to have the right to determine primary residence.
Y también está solicitando usted, llevar a cabo la custodia primaria, decidir dónde van a vivir los niños, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
You're asking the court to each to keep whatever property in their possession is a sole and separate property.
Está solicitándole aquí al señor juez que cada quien se quede con lo suyo, sus artículos personales que estén bajo la posesión de cada uno de ustedes, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And each to keep whatever debt under their names from the debt of separation.
Y también que cada quien se quede con las deudas que estén a nombre de ellos a partir de la fecha de la separación. ¿Correcto?
You're asking for a name change to María Esther López.
Está solicitando un cambio de nombre a María Esther López.
Correcto.
Correct?
And you're asking the court to award you the properties of 904 San Pedro Lane, Brownsville, Texas.
Y está solicitando aquí al señor juez que se le otorgue a usted la propiedad ubicada en 904 San Pedro, Brownsville, Texas.
Correcto.
Correct.
937 East Taylor Street, Brownsville, Texas.
Y también la propiedad ubicada en 937 Taylor, la calle Taylor en Brownsville, Texas, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And also 2755 La Villa, Brownsville, Texas.
Y también la ubicada en 2725 La Villa en Brownsville, Texas, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
Also, you're asking that you keep your 2015 Dodge Town Chrysler.
También está solicitando usted que se quede con su Dodge Chrysler 2015.
Correcto.
Correct.
And for him to keep whatever vehicles in his possession. And the last time you heard, he had a 2014 Dodge Ram that he can keep.
Y la última vez que también está solicitando usted que él se quede con su vehículo y la última vez que usted supo que es lo que estaba manejando era una Dodge Ram 2000, what, counsel?
A Dodge Ram 2014.
Una Dodge Ram 2014, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
You're also asking child support,
También está solicitando usted manutención de menores
medical insurance.
y seguro de gastos médicos.
Correcto.
Correct.
Now, even in all fairness, to the court can know everything. You don't know how much he's making right now. You don't know where he's working right now. Is that correct?
Y para ser justo y para que lo vea aquí este juzgado, usted no sabe en qué está trabajando y cuánto está ganando, ¿verdad?
Correcto.
No lo oí.
Correcto.
Correct. Yes.
However, the last time you heard, he was making $2,300 per week as an industrial painter.
Pero la última vez que usted supo, él estaba ganando la cantidad de $2,300 a la semana como un pintor industrial, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
In what
Correct.
state was he working?
¿En qué estado estaba trabajando él?
Pensilvania.
Pennsylvania.
And at that point, at that time, he was, Charles, if we were to use those wages that he was making in 2019, it would be 1,896 child support.
Si utilizamos esas
The
cantidades.
court is not going to do that, Mr. Canales.
No, I know, Judge.
You have some issues here, and can I visit with you on, can send Mr. Canales and me to a breakout room?
Okay, hold on.
And Mr. Arriola, I think he's involved.
Yes, hold on. Okay, the room's open.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Mr. Arriola and Mr. Arriola and Mr. Canales.
Yes, Judge.
Where's Mr. Canales? We lost him?
Still in the room.
He's still in the room? Oh, there he is. Mr. Canales. Mr. Canales, unmute yourself. There you go.
Yes, Judge.
Let me, in light of what we just discussed, let me stop this testimony right now. Let me take care of these other two matters I have on the screen. They should be brief, and I'll come back to you. That way you can take your time developing what we talked about, okay?
Yes, Judge.
2018 DCL 7348, Cameron County, this is Valram International LLC, Ms. Curiel and Mr. Sanchez and Ms. Barcheck.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ariana Curiel on behalf of the plaintiffs on this case.
Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Mr. Sanchez. So what's going on with this one?
Your Honor,
Your Honor,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Oh,
Basically, the tax is owed, Your Honor, and we're going to work out a payout arrangement, but if they need to take a judgment in order to secure themselves, that's okay with us.
all right. So you want to proceed, Mr. Curiel?
Yes, Your Honors.
All right.
So at this time, we are asking the court to take judicial notice of all the documents in the court's file. We are asking that judgment be granted in a total amount of $126,655.88. We brought this suit on behalf of Cameron County for delinquent taxes on this property, Your Honor, for the years of 2018 to 2021. All the parties have been served, Your Honor. Valram International LLC was served, Your Honor, and that was back on June the 14th of 2021. And there is an answer on file by Mr. Sanchez, and that answer was filed right after that, Your Honor, on June 29th of 2021. IBC Bank also filed an answer, Your Honor. They're the lien holders on this case, and their answer was filed on March the 26th of 2020. We included another lien holder who was personally served, and that was Chavez Auto Design, and that was on January the 8th of 2021. At this time, we are asking that judgment be granted, Your Honor, and we're offering exhibits A and B. Exhibit A is a certified copy of those delinquent taxes, and exhibit B is an affidavit of fees, Your Honor.
No objection.
That'll be admitted. All right, the court will take judicial notice of all documents and file in this court. The court having admitted the evidence in support of this judgment, the court hereby grants the judgment in the amount of $126,655.88. The plaintiff. Anything else?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. 2021 DCL 1841, Cameron County versus Sandra Ordaz.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ariana Curiel on behalf of the plaintiffs on this case. On this one, we're ready to proceed as well.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, we're asking the court to take judicial notice of all the documents in the court's file. We're asking that judgment be granted in a total amount of $1,715.49. We brought this suit on behalf of Cameron County for delinquent taxes owing on this property for the years of 2018 through 2021. This is not a homestead, Your Honor, nor does it have any other exemptions. Ms. Ordaz was served, and that was back on January the 7th of 2022. We included her husband, Your Honor, and he also was served, and that's Oscar Ordaz, on December the 28th, 2021. He was served on that date. So at this time, we are asking that judgment be granted, Your Honor, and we're offering exhibits A, B, and C. Exhibit A is a certified copy of the delinquent taxes for the county. Exhibit B is an affidavit of fees, and Exhibit C is an affidavit of non-military status for the defendants.
The court will take judicial notice of all the documents and file this case. The court having called out the name of Sandra Ordaz, no answer having been had. The court will admit the exhibits in support of the judgment for default. The court hereby grants the judgment is straightforward.
Thank you, Your Honor. That is all I had for this morning. May I be excused?
Yes, have a good day, Ms. Cruz.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
All right, Mr. Canales.
There you go, Judge.
All right. Okay, Mr. Canales. You're
Yes,
first.
Judge, I'm sorry. I had a chance also to clarify some details, Judge, if I may. I'm gonna, with her testimony.
También me gustaría llevar a cabo la aclaración de unos detalles, si me permite, su señoría, en lo que se refiere al testimonio.
Let's proceed, sir.
Adelante.
Miss Mary Esther Martinez, right now you and I were talking, right?
Señora María Esther Martínez, ¿usted y yo platicamos?
Sí,
Yes.
And like I said, you know, I don't know your life. You're the one that knows your life, and you're soon to be ex-husband's life, right?
Y así como le dije, yo no conozco su vida, no sé nada de su vida, tampoco de su ex esposo, ¿correcto?
correcto.
And also instruct you
Correct.
that as an office, also instruct you that as an officer of the court, you know, we have to give the court all the facts as they are.
Y así como un funcionario de este juzgado, le tenemos que dar nosotros al juzgado todos los hechos, todos los hechos.
And I also told you that that the court needed to make some inquiries because, you know, the court is concerned about as to what to do with the property.
Ahora también tenemos que darle esta información a este juzgado por lo mismo de que tiene que saber qué va a hacer usted con la propiedad.
Correcto.
Correct.
That the judge was hesitant as to what to not hesitant, but yeah, hesitant as to what to do with the property.
I'm sorry, counsel, I didn't
That
understand.
the judge had questions, was hesitant as far as what to do with the properties, the real estate properties.
Sí, que el juez tenía preguntas, dudas, etcétera, en lo que se refiere a qué va a hacer con la propiedad, o sea, con los bienes y raíces.
Now, let me ask you what you and I were discussing earlier. Let me ask you the same line of question.
Ahora déjeme le hago las preguntas de la plática que estábamos teniendo anteriormente.
Did you all separate in 2019?
¿En el 2019 se separaron ustedes?
Correcto.
Correct.
And tell the court, how are you supporting yourself during those years?
Durante esos años, ¿cómo se estaba manteniendo usted?
Con las rentas de las propiedades.
With the rental properties.
Okay.
All right. Let me short circuit this.
Yes.
Mrs. Martinez,
Señora Martínez,
it's my understanding. My understanding
es mi entendimiento
that in 2019, you
que en el
had
dos-
contact with your husband.
que en el 2019, I didn't get that, it cut up, Your
You
Honor.
had- You had contact with your husband.
Usted tuvo contacto con su esposo en el 2019, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correct.
And that's your two, Judge.
That's when you went, that's when you knew he was in Pennsylvania, correct?
Y es cuando usted supo que él estaba en Pensilvania, ¿correcto?
No, él estuvo en Pensilvania. Lo último que supe que estuvo en Pensilvania fue el año pasado.
Okay,
No, he was in Pennsylvania. And the last thing I know from last year is that he was in Pennsylvania.
all right. In 2019, where was he living? Where
En
did
el-
you know that he was living?
En el 2019, ¿dónde estaba viviendo él? ¿Dónde supo usted que él estaba viviendo?
Específicamente no recuerdo el lugar porque él trabajaba en varios lugares de Texas.
Well, specifically, I don't know what place,
Where-
but
Okay,
because he would work in the various places in Texas.
where did you go to bond him out of jail?
And that was
¿A
the
dónde
correction I
fue?
wanted to make, Judge.
¿A dónde fue usted a sacarlo bajo fianza de la cárcel?
No fui, todo fue por teléfono. Se
Where did this
consiguió
I didn't go, everything was via phone. ¿Dónde pasó esto? ¿Dónde? ¿Qué lugar? ¿Dónde?
Pensilvania.
Pennsylvania.
And so
And there's a,
you helped him, and then what?
O sea, lo ayudó y después, ¿qué pasó?
No volví a saber de él.
I never heard about him anymore.
I'd like to make a correction, Judge, if I may.
Me
Okay,
gustaría hacer una corrección, su señoría, si es que me permite.
I had her, the last time that she separated in 2019, but
Right.
the arrest in Pennsylvania was in October of last year, Judge.
that's the last time she had contact with him.
Se separaron en el 2019, pero fue arrestado él el año pasado en octubre. ¿Cuándo fue la última vez que tuvo usted contacto con él, señora?
Telefónico en octubre del 2021.
Via phone in October 2021.
And where was he when you called him or when you talked? Where was he
Cuando,
doing in October?
cuando usted habló con él, ¿dónde estaba él?
8 months
Cuando
ago?
platicó usted con él.
Estaba en la cárcel, detenido.
He was detained in jail.
And what did he tell you about his situation? How did he want you to help him?
¿Y qué le dijo de su situación? ¿Cómo quería él que usted lo ayudara a él?
Que lo sacara de la cárcel.
For him to take him out of jail.
And where were you supposed to draw money from them if he had abandoned you?
Pero si él la había abandonado a usted, ¿de dónde iba a sacar dinero usted?
De los estímulos que habían mandado el año que estuvo lo de la pandemia, había un ahorro y de ahí se utilizó.
Well, with the stimulus checks that were sent to us because of the pandemic, and we had it in savings, so that's how we paid it.
What did you discuss about him and the property?
¿Qué platicó usted sobre la propiedad con él?
No platicamos absolutamente nada.
We didn't talk about anything.
So, is he in the penitentiary now, as far as you know, or is he on the lam or on the run, as they say?
Él está en la penitenciaría, usted, si es que sabe, y o simplemente se fugó.
No supe, quedó libre, legalmente quedó libre, pero tenía que regresar a corte y cosas de esas, y ya no supe si procedió, si regresó o dónde quedó.
Legally, he did get out of jail and everything, but I think he had court dates and stuff like that. I really don't know what he did after that.
When you placed the bond on him, how did you do that?
Cuando usted consiguió la fianza para que él saliera, ¿cómo fue que usted lo hizo?
Por teléfono, mediante
Via phone?
internet. En internet busqué lugares que pudiera hacer bond para fianza, y fue como después de muchos intentos se logró conseguir una fianza para que él saliera.
Yes, via internet. I started investigating and researching with regards to places that we could get a bond at. Finally, we did, and that's what we did. We got a bond.
How much bond did you put on him?
¿Cuánto fue de fianza?
$5,500.
$5,500.
Is that what you paid, or is that what the total bond was?
¿Eso es lo que pagó usted o eso era la cantidad total de la fianza?
Era lo que se pagó, lo que se fijó como fianza de bond. No sé yo la cantidad. Eso fue lo que se pagó al bond. Yo la verdad no hablo inglés y me pusieron un intérprete y fue lo que me dijeron que se tenía que pagar.
Well, it was 5,000. Well, that was the amount that they had set for bond. Well, I really don't know about bonds and stuff like that. I don't even know English. There was an interpreter there and they told me that was the amount. That was paid.
Okay, well, I'll make it real simple for you. How much money came out of your pocket or you all's pocket from the savings to send to whoever you did to hire to put the bond on?
Se lo voy a hacer bien sencillo. ¿Cuánto dinero sacó usted de su cuenta para sacar la fianza? ¿Cuánto pagó usted?
$5,500.
$5,500.
What was he accused of?
¿Cuál fue la acusación en contra de él?
Robo y DWI, manejar tomado.
DWI and robbery.
Okay, Mr. Canales.
And that's all like that, Judge. And you're asking the court for, I would say, joint managing conservator, with you having the right to determine primary residence, each to keep the property, each to keep their debts, name change, and you're asking, I don't know what the court, maybe the court will reduce the child support, Judge, drastically,
Well,
given the fact.
the court is what the name changes to Mary Esther, what, Loya?
Es María Esther Loya.
Is that the name change she wants?
Ese es el nombre. López.
Lopez, okay, sorry. I couldn't understand my own writing once again.
No pude entender mi propia letra otra vez.
That's me, Judge.
All right, so the court will take additional notice of all documents on file. The court will find, Mr. Arriola, do you have a report for the court regarding the publication of citation, sir?
Señor Arguela, ¿tiene un reporte usted, un informe en relación a esto?
Yes, Judge. Jose Ariola, as attorney ad litem, citation by publication was proper and was posted on March 19th of 2022. And
Sí, su señoría, se llevó a cabo la publicación en forma y en regla. Debidamente, el 19 de marzo fue cuando se llevó a cabo la publicación.
And we've agreed to the standard ad litem fee of $500.
Y estuvimos de acuerdo también con la cantidad de $500 por mi representación legal.
Okay. The court will adopt the ad litem report regarding the proper posting of the citation by publication. The court will grant the attorney's fees of $500. The court having taken judicial notice of all documents on file in this case, having called out the name of Pablo Ivan Martin, no answer has been had. The court hereby grants the divorce as prayed for. The court hereby grants the property to the petitioner and located at 904 San Pedro Lane, 937 Taylor, and 2015
2755.
2755.
La Villita.
What was it?
La Villita, Brunswick, Texas.
And the court orders child support at the minimum wage. The court grants the terms of the custodian managing conservator with petitioner being primary. And see, and the court grants a change of name from Maria Esther Martinez to Maria Esther Lopez. Anything else, counsel?
Also, Judge, each to keep property in their possession is sold as separate property, each to pay their debts,
That will be granted. The court will approve that agreement. All right.
including the vehicles, Judge. And also,
Yes.
Judge, I'm gonna put it that the divorce decree be used as a minimum of titles. They should be able to change the property.
Well, that I don't get involved. It's up to you.
Okay, Judge.
I've done what you've asked me to do, okay?
Yes, Judge. Each to-
All
Okay,
right, thank you.
Judge, and the property will be awarded as whole and separate property. Is that correct, Judge?
Yeah, well, that's what you asked for, right?
Yes, Judge. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
Take
May
care.
I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.